Hi guys, my name is Charlemagne Albisa and I am the one who will be discussing the types of property changes, which are physical and chemical changes. So before I start giving examples of these two changes, let's first define what are those. As I said, there are two changes. Now, the first one is physical changes. So, how can we know if it is a physical change? Well, you can identify them if you know they are reversible or if there are no new substances are formed. Also, physical change is something that changes the physical properties of a substance like size, shape, or form. Also, remember that physical changes are not necessarily accompanied by chemical changes. So, let's take a look at the different examples made by me using the different things I have found inside my house. Now, our first example is melting a cube of ice. So here you can see a cube of ice being melted slowly. So let's speed up the process and see what will happen. Now, it may look a bit different but it is chemically the same. It's still an H2O, only the state is being changed from solid to liquid. Now let's move on to the tearing. And crumbling of paper. As you can see, it is crumbled right, but no matter what happened, it's still the same. No new products are formed and no chemical reactions occurs. Now, our third example is the sharpening of a knife. I may cut off some of the metals, but the atoms of the metals have not changed chemically, so it is still a physical change. So the last thing is cutting a lemon. I know it's a waste of food, and yes, it is still a physical change because only the shape has changed. Now, let's move on to the other types of property change. So, this change of property can be identified if it's irreversible or if new substances are formed. So, ask yourself to know what type of change it is. Is it irreversible? Does it form a new substance? Well, if your answer to both of these is yes, then it is a chemical change. Also remember that all chemical changes are accompanied by a physical change. Now, let's take a look at the examples I made again using the different things inside my house. So, our first example of chemical change is the lighting of a candle. So, what are the new products of a candle? Well, the candle gives out carbon dioxide and water vapor, though we can't see them since they are colorless gases. Now, for the last examples, burning a paper. So, the question is it a chemical change? Yes, burning paper represents chemical change as it forms a new substance called ash. Now that we are done with the examples, what do you think is the most important difference between those two changes? Yes, that's right. In chemical changes, a new substance is formed, while in physical changes, nothing new is formed. Now that we are done with the discussion, I would like to show my gratitude to those people who watch and listen carefully. Once again, I am Charlemagne Albisa, a student from STEM 11A. See ya!